In the world of true crime, there are some cases that are so chilling, they leave a lasting impact on society. Today we delve into the twisted mind of one of America's most notorious serial killers, Samuel Little. Little was born on June 7, 1940 in Reynolds, Georgia. His upbringing was far from ordinary, as his mother had abandoned him at a young age. After his birth, Little's family moved to Lorain, Ohio, where he was raised by his grandmother. Despite his troubled upbringing, Little attended Hawthorne Junior High School, where he struggled with discipline and academic achievement. It was during his formative years that Little's dark fantasies began to take shape. He admitted to having sexual fantasies about strangling women from a young age. As a teenager, he immersed himself in true crime magazines depicting the choking of women. Little's fascination with violence and his troubled past would eventually lead him down a path of destruction, as he went on to become one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. Join us as we explore the chilling case of Samuel Little, a man whose twisted desires and dark past would haunt the nation for years. In 1956, young Little was convicted of breaking and entering in Omaha, Nebraska. He was sent to an institution for juvenile offenders. He eventually moved to Florida to live with his mother in the late 1960s. He worked odd jobs, including as a cemetery worker and ambulance attendant. But his life took a dark turn as he began to have run-ins with the law. Little was arrested in 8 states for various crimes, including driving under the influence fraud, shoplifting, solicitation, armed robbery, and even aggravated assault. Despite his troubled past, Little took up boxing during his time in prison, calling himself a former prize fighter. His criminal activities only escalated as he traveled more widely, leaving a trail of terror in his wake. His crimes became more violent, and he became known as a dangerous and elusive predator. In 1961, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for breaking into a furniture store in Lorain. His criminal history only escalated from there. By 1975, Little had been arrested 26 times in 11 states for crimes ranging from theft to assault to abuse. In 1982, he was arrested for the murder of Melinda Rose Lepre, but a grand jury declined to indict him. However, he was later tried for the murder of Patricia Ann Mount and acquitted due to mistrust of the witness testimonies. Little moved to California, where he continued his spree of violence. In 1984, he was arrested for kidnapping, beating, and strangling Lori Barrows. He served time in prison for this crime, but upon his release, he committed at least 10 more murders. Little was finally arrested in 2012 in Kentucky and extradited to California. DNA testing linked him to the murders of Linda Alford Guadalupe Duarte Apodaca and Audrey Nelson. He was investigated for a total of 93 murders of women across multiple states. Little's reign of terror began in the 1970s and continued for over 3 decades. His brutal methods of killing and his ability to evade capture for so long. The apprehension program team worked tirelessly to confirm Little's confessions, matching them to known murders and suspicious deaths. Little began confessing to his crimes in exchange for a transfer out of the Los Angeles County Prison where he was being held. In 2019, Cuyahoga County, Ohio prosecutors announced indictments against Little for the murders of Mary Jo Payton and Rose Evans in Cleveland. Both women were strangled and dumped, their bodies left to be discovered by unsuspecting passers-by. Little's chilling confession also revealed murders in Akron, Cincinnati, and Columbus, Ohio. He left a trail of death and destruction in his wake, with victims ranging from teenagers to middle-aged women. Little's twisted mind was captured in his drawings of his victims released by the FBI in hopes of identifying the women he killed. These portraits led to the solving of cold cases. Little served 3 consecutive life without parole sentences from Los Angeles County. Little died on December 30, 2020 in a Los Angeles County area hospital. His life was surrounded by controversy and despair as victims and families sought justice. The silence in the hospital room echoed the end of a tumultuous story. Thank you for watching and joining us on this journey into the world of true crime. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Chilly Tales 915, where we bring you the best real crime stories that will send shivers down your spine.